coast the victory over Illinois' Pete Friedl.
Indeed it could. That last match you just saw where Michigan State defeated Minnesota was key, kept Minnesota from getting that extra point, but a lot of it's going to come down to this. For Illinois to be in the hunt and have a great chance to win the title, they need this win right here, and they also need Tyrone Bird to win at 197.
Kish, the 3rd seed of the Big Tens, ranked number 9 in the nation. Friedl, the 4 seed, even though he's ranked 6th in the nation. Friedl in the Illinois blue and orange, and Kish in the gold.
Yeah, this is very balanced weight, toss-up match here. This could go either way. The guy who can finish their takedowns, they both got some good leg attacks. It's going to come down to finishing, though. At this level, these big guys, if they can finish 1 or 2 takedowns, they can prevail. Let's see who goes at it first.
As we mentioned in the last segment during the 174-pound championship, Friedl, Big Ten champion in 2005, has stepped up a weight class, 2-time All-America as well. And Kish, 6th of the Big Tens last year. And again, he was one of the greatest schoolboy wrestlers ever record-wise. 258 victories. That is a national prep record.
Yeah, very dominating. He competed frequently. He was a dedicated big man. He was on the circuit all the time, and he just run up those matches. 258 wins in high school competition between 9th and 12th grade. That's a lot of wrestling.
He's excited to be competing here at full speed, if you will, in the postseason. Last year missed a month with a skin infection and came back and ended up again 6th at the Big Tens. Was an NCAA qualifier, just missed gaining All-America status.
It's funny how different kids develop at different speeds. I remember Kish in high school and wrestling with him, and he was just a softer. He wasn't as firm and aggressive as he was. I mean, he certainly was a great high school wrestler, but now he's really stepped it up a notch. Look at that great leg attack, great agility. Comparatively, a guy like Jake Herbert, he was a lightweight when he was little. He was quick and moving a lot and scrambling. A little different style, and his scramble ability paid off in that last match against Perry with the pin. So it's different. Some big guys start big all the time. Kish has always been relatively big. Meanwhile, Herbert grew into his weight. And nice. Kish gets that first takedown we talked about. He got in on a leg attack, and he committed to finishing. That's huge for Roger Kish in the University of Minnesota.
Got that leg sweep to cut down Friedl, pick up the first takedown of this bout. Ken, you talked about guys reaching their potential, and it comes at different point. As a coach and instructor, do you push a guy, or can you tell that it's not quite his time yet? Do you know that he still needs more time to develop?
I think you're always pushing and challenging guys. I mean, Kish was very good in high school. His body got harder as he got older. And, you know, he was always, there's some of the big kids, when you're big, young, it's harder to develop the fluidity that maybe you get as a lightweight. I'll use Tommy Rollins as an example. He was a lightweight and then a middleweight towards the end of his career. And so he wrestles great as a heavyweight. He's 2-time NCAA champion heavyweight, but he wrestles like a lightweight. I'll tell you what, though, Kish, he really moves well. I mean, you wouldn't think he was a big guy. He does attack well. He's very aggressive with leg attacks. I like him, and I see him improving steadily. Again, it comes back to those Minnesota assistant coaches. He's in there battling with these guys and fighting for every point.
Again, both of these wrestlers knocked out higher-seeded wrestlers to get here to this championship round. Kish took out the 2nd seed, Ben Whistle of Purdue, 9-5, while Friedl upset 2-time Big Ten champ Eric Bradley of Penn State, 2-1 in tiebreakers, got an escape to get it done.
Yeah, those were both great matches. Another parent looking on. Pete's mom, Kathy, checking things out very calmly. She needs her son to get off bottom.
Her son trails 2-0 as we start the 2nd period. Mom got the Illinois colors on, rooting on her son here as he tries to win a 2nd Big Ten championship.
It's kind of interesting, you know, I see when the kids are younger, the moms are more vociferous, they're more into it, they're hooping and hollering, but tonight, as you've seen, it's the dads who are hooping and hollering, and they're yelling, and they're getting all emotional. I guess each family's different, though. It depends on the family, but as we look on Mrs. Terrapelli and Mrs. Friedl, they're pretty subdued so far.
Kish on top as Friedl gets up and gets out, picks up a point for the escape, makes it 2-1.
Did a nice job of getting in control. Friedl's got a good high crotch for the right leg. He's got to get there. Kish is showing good leg attacks. Now it's Friedl's turn. He's being a little bit methodical. I'd like to see the 2 and 3 setups at a time. I'm not seeing that so far. Both guys are being really patient.
Still feeling each other out here in the second period. Minute 30 of riding time so far racked up for Roger Kish. Friedl has that single point for the escape, but not much offense thus far.
All eyes are on center stage, though. You know, throughout the day, we've seen a lot of good third and fourth place matches, but what's happening right now is the #1 and #2 teams in the Big Ten are head-to-head, and these two guys, this is going to decide the Big Ten championships. Pete Friedl needs to step it up for Illinois. If the Fighting Illini is going to have a chance right here.
Illinois needs this to stay alive in the team competition. Roger Kish can all but seal the deal for Minnesota with a victory.
Yep. Well, the NCAA is going to be exciting. Not only can Illinois and Minnesota win it, but also Michigan and Okie State and Iowa State and Nebraska. All these teams, there's a lot of parity out there. It's going to be really exciting. Big Ten champion, big NCAA championships. Mr. Friedl, the Friedls are calm, Jason. They're not. They're peaceful people.
Everybody's reaction just a little bit different. And Pete trying to summon some strength here to rally down 2-1 at the start of the third period against Roger Kish.
And he's a legger, and he's going to bat, and this is a strength. Oh, nice. This is a huge deal for Friedl. He needs to keep working hard on top, try to exploit Kish's weakness on bottom. I've seen Phil Davis from Penn State ride Kish, not this year because they're different weight classes, but over the years, I've seen Davis ride him some. This is the one place, the two places I say Kish needs to work on to be an NCAA champion are getting up on him and finishing his leg attacks. He did finish a leg attack earlier, which was key. Now let's see if he can get off bottom. Oh, he's going to cut him loose. Friedl is going to let him go. I don't know about that tactic. He looked like he was riding him rather easily.
Well, Friedl down 3-1 now. Knows he needs a takedown to win in the final 75 seconds. Excuse me, a takedown to tie things up here in the final minute plus.
He ate the riding time. That was his tactic. Friedl needed to eat the riding time. He got Kish to under a minute. So instead of going for the turn, which I thought he was going to go for a leg turn, he decides to try to get the takedown and beat him on his feet. Kish knows it's coming. I mean, I don't know. Roger Kish is keeping really good position. Friedl will need to get 2 or 3 setups in a row to score. I can't just see him busting in on one high crouch. He's got a very explosive high crouch for the right leg. But, I mean, Kish is such a savvy wrestler. I don't see him giving up just one straight shot.
Well, you see riding time, which is not a factor. A minute or more at the end of the match can give the wrestler that has it a bonus point, but under a minute, it doesn't factor into the equation. Right now, it's pretty simple. Pete Friedl needs a takedown at least to extend things.
Yeah, I mean, Kish is stalling, and rightfully so. Friedl's waited too long. Robinson's calm. I mean, he wants his guy to stay in good position. He's probably happy that Friedl's not shooting.
Jay Robinson looking on.
That was it. There was the power duck, super duck. I don't see it happening, man. Kish is getting one for stalling it like he should be.
10 seconds left on the edge, out of bounds, back to the center. Pete Friedl's going to have one more chance.
Yeah, I mean, Friedl, too little, too late. He's going to come with one more flurry here. Here we go. Here we go. Kish is running, and Minnesota's going to prevail, and this is going to put them in the driver's seat for the team hunt title. Team title hunt.
Roger Kish gonna hang on to the final ticks. A great success in high school, and that is carried over now to college. Roger Kish joins the Legion of Big Ten champions.
This is payback for Minnesota because Illinois was last year's Big Ten champion. You hear the Minnesota crowd. Kish is not just personally happy, but he knows he's just put his team in the driver's seat for the Big Ten championship.
Roger Kish joins the Schlater brothers as Minnesota Big Ten champions here in 2006. Working hard against Pete Friedl.
That was the critical takedown right there. Nice single leg, nice finish.
Jay Robinson watches his man bring it home, and he may have brought home another Big Ten team title for the Golden Gophers as well.